Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over. My first threesome at 35, 36, and it was one of the worst things of my life.
Yeah. With 2 girls and 1 guy?
2 girls and
You never done a threesome with 2 guys, 1 girl?
No, I couldn't.
I have a couple times.
Looking at another guy naked.
What is that
comics. I did it with Mike Burton. You know who Mike Burton is?
No.
Mike Burton's a stand-up.
Yeah. He's still around.
Yeah,
Chicago?
yeah. Mike Burton and a feature, the girl. I can't say her name because
Right.
she's still around. And we did the threesome, and he was so selfish because you know, what I mean, he would pull her to his side of the bed, and I didn't want to touch him. So you know what I ended up doing? Going to the side of bed and just masturbating, watching them. And we also, can I just say something? We all laughed so much. It was like the funnest sex I've ever had, you know. And I did it with Aaron Cater and Brian Etheridge once in Vegas too. That was a 5-some.
I was gonna say, where's
that was a 5-some. You know,
with 2 girls?
Yeah, it was 2
Where
girls.
did you meet the 2 girls at?
Dude, this is so gross. So, you know Steve Shrippa?
Yeah.
So Shrippa, Riviera.
Yeah.
So he calls me and he goes, hey, because Dice used to call me Ching, right? so Steve Shrippa used to call me Ching, right? As just Ching. That's what they used to say, not racial, but I know it was racial. So he go, hey Ching. I go, hey, we're doing this midnight dirty show. I want you to headline. I'd never headlined before. So Brian Etheridge and Aaron Cater were open micers at the time. They go, we'll drive you. You know what I mean? We'd love to see that, right? So they drove me out there. So we're on Las Vegas Boulevard. These 2 sisters drive by, right? And Brian Etheridge is driving, and the 2 sisters roll down the window and they go, you're cute. Not to Brian, because he's the ugliest white dude I've ever seen. Or me. They were saying it to Cater. Cater's a fucking cute boy.
Good-looking
Yeah,
dude.
good-looking kid, right? Cater runs out of the car, jumps in this fucking truck. They drive out into the sunset, right? And me and Brian are fucking mad, right? So then we get to the Riviera. I go, Brian, you go do your own thing. I have to concentrate, write out my set list or whatever. So then midnight, I'm literally on stage, and I see Brian and Aaron bring in these 2 sisters. One was like a 300-pound white-lit girl, and the other one was 80 pounds. But they were sisters. And they were missing teeth. But, you know, at the time, you know, I need, you know. So anyway, after the show, Aaron goes, hey, don't do us. So let's go to the room. So we're in the room. And so, you know, you're no condom either. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I know. So we were doing it, you know, doing it. And then all of a sudden, like 3 hours later, I'm with the fat one. And Aaron's with the skinny one. I don't know where Brian is. I don't know where Brian is. So I look around the room. I don't know where Brian is. Maybe he's in the bathroom. No, he's not in the bathroom. So I keep doing. I'm doing doggy style with this fat one, and I feel something tickling my butthole. It was like a feather. You know what I mean? I turn around. No one's there. So it was like paranormal. You know what I mean? I thought it was like a paranormal.
There's a
experience.
ghost tickling your butthole?
Yeah. But then, like, I keep going, and I find, and then I definitely feel something. You know, like something. You know what I mean? And I look down. Brian had crawled underneath my body, and he was eating her pussy while I'm having sex with her. Now, let me tell you something. You have to imagine what is on his face now at this point. You know, my little gook juice. He's got gook juice, fat juice, you know what I mean? Mixed together, you know what I mean? Who knows what kind of, you know, is on
Why
his...
not just go for the blowjob? What is he?
I don't know, but he goes, she likes it. I don't like it. Because it's like... his chin is rubbing against my taint. I don't like it. It's weird, right? I can't get hard. So it gets worse. So I decide to power fuck her. So I go, you know how you do it? Power. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying
I
that?
haven't power fucked nobody in 10 years.
Yeah,
trust
all
me.
right. So I go like that. You know what I mean? And you know, I slipped out, right? So I try to stick it back in, but Brian had moved up, right, and it rubbed against his eye. Right? So then we all disband, you know what I mean? Because, like, he screamed, you know what I mean? And I go, why? We got to fight. I go, why are you down there? You know what I mean? He's like, you purposely. I didn't purposely.
Lee, you got a girl or what?
No, I'm single now.
What happened?
We were just together for 4.5 years, and I'm not ready to get married.
Oh, okay.
We're still close. We're still friends.
But he's been going on new dates lately.
I've been recently been dating. It's been
He's
interesting.
been hitting new boundaries.
Are you high right now?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you seem very high right now.
Wait
Yeah.
till later. Wait till you call me.
What? Are you getting more high now? Because you seem a little high right now.
Me? No, I'm good.
He doesn't want to stop. So, like, he like
What are you, a rat? Don't worry about what I want.
You keep asking me. You constantly
ask
ask
him
me, do you
nothing.
want me another bong hit?
Sure, I gotta ask you because you look a little uncomfortable.
Did you eat one of these gummies yet, or what?
Yeah, that and something else.
What do you mean?
We had a little mushroom.
You
cap.
did?
Sure.
What's a mushroom cap?
Just a little mushroom.
And what does that do?
Makes you see things.
But why do you do that now?
Because
on a Monday.
Because that's the reason why. It's Monday.
Oh, I see.
Most everybody wants to do shit on Friday. Professionals do shit on Monday.
But we do
That's
stuff
right.
on Friday too.
Huh?
We do stuff on Friday.
I didn't see you on.
Lee, are you okay?
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah, but you just seem like you're drifting in and out of our.
That's what he does every day. Don't
I know,
worry
but
about
you looked over there, and then you started thinking about something, and
He's
then
my
you're-
little retarded.
Yeah, but he's not.
You
Are you retarded?
No, he's just high.
No, I haven't
gave
been
some-
tested yet, but I think I'm okay.
I gave some tranquilizers. Don't
Yeah, but you
worry.
get. Oh, you're all googly eyed right now. You're good.
Yeah, I gave him 100 milligrams. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
In those days, she used to linger on Mondays too, Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
And she'd throw a tell on and shit like that, and Pablo Francisco and Dane Cook, and put me behind one of those savages or something. And then I'd go in between Dane Cook and Eddie Griffin would show up and do 6 hours.
Yeah.
But, she was lingering on Mondays, so that confidence. And then one day I got a call at my house. Hey, man, they're looking for you on Mad TV. What are you talking about, Mad TV? I'm not a groundling. I'm not a fucking groundling. Mad TV's not gonna sing me. Are you fucking crazy? Sure enough.
We did it.
Boom, I went in, read for the chick. He said, sit here, read for some other chick. Can you shoot tomorrow? Yeah. No, can you rehearse tomorrow? I went in there. We didn't shoot in front of a live audience. That's what saved me.
Pre-tape.
If I would have shot in front of a live audience for Mad TV, I would have got fired.
Why do you say that?
Because I know I would have fell apart at the
You
fucking
wouldn't have. You wouldn't have.
Oh, Bobby Lee, are you fuck? Not that early, Bobby. Not that early. That's being thrown to the wolves. That's 18 type shit. Going out there and hitting it in front of a live audience.
But then you would have seen me do it, and you'd be like, "Oh, I can do that," because I was a fuck up.
I would have never.
I go line, and they go, "It's yes, yes."
I would have failed at the scene if Mad TV would have been in front of a live audience. When they told me it was taped, like I went home and didn't do blow. Like I knew there was a guy.
Was I in the scene
What?
with you?
No, this was 4 years before you. This
Oh,
was
it
a
was
Soprano
before me.
sketch.
Oh,
This was 2000.
Will Sasso was in it.
Will
He played-
Sasso,
yeah, Gandolfini. Yeah.
And the chick who I always see, she's always in Studio City there.
Nicole Garcia, Nicole Sullivan.
Sullivan.
Yeah.
Nicole Garcia is who cast me.
Yeah, Nicole's the best.
The best.
She's the best.
And there was just a Lee. When I walked off the Mad TV set, that's the first time I really talked shit as a comedian. Because to me, I knew I wasn't going to be on Saturday Night Live, but I got Mad TV. Okay, what'd you get?
Yeah.
Let me bump somebody tonight, Mitzi Shaw. Why are you bumping? Because I did Mad TV, Mitzi Shaw. Let me get up there and shit. And then you get bumped by James Stevens III playing the fucking piano and shit.
Oh my father is from. My father was a street guy. My father during the Korean War used to hustle. He never went to school. He was in gangs and stuff, and then he joined the Korean military. But my dad was a hoodlum, so I'm from, Korean trash almost. You know what I mean? Like so it's like, and then my dad works hard, and we live in the suburbs. But I'm around all these, white girls and stuff. They don't want nothing to do with me. So it's like, you get drunk, you're 15, 16, and your friend pulls out his penis. I did it. I made a mistake.
No, you're very sexual.
I'm highly sexual. And I used to go to those, like, F Street in San Diego. We had those F Street bookstores. And they used to have those masturbation booths. You remember those? You sneak in, you go in the back, and the floor's sticky. It makes a sound.
And are they people having live sex or?
No,
it's
you
a
would
movie?
close the door. You close the door, and then you put, dollar bills or quarters in, right? Or F Street had these tokens. You had to go to the front,
Right, get the
give them
tokens.
$40, and then they give you tokens, and you put the tokens, and then there's a button. There's two buttons, like changing channels, and they were always like the puddle of comma, So you have to stick your fingers in puddle of comma.
Was this before the internet, or why would you go there?
Yeah, this is in late '80s, right?
Jesus, so people was that no? But they had VCRs by then, right?
Yeah, but I went to the.
Yeah,
one-
but I was a kid.
He was a kid.
I was
so that's the
19. I'm not
whole-
gonna go home to my parents' house.
Jesus, Yeah.
What I had when I was a kid was you go in, and there was a bed in the middle.
Where?
816. That was his number.
Yeah.
There was a bed in the middle, and there was a guy fucking like this fat chick. And then
Live?
Live. Then there'd be windows all around on 42nd Street. Same thing. You walked in, you locked the door, you put token in, the window would slide up.
Yeah.
And then there was the ones that had the plexiglass that you just watched, and people would fucking, you could look around and see the guys jerking off, like heads banging. It's fucking creepy, man.
What, did you ever jerk off in those?
Oh, fuck yeah. When I was 15, you have to.
Yeah, you have
know,
to,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. You don't know. That's the first time you see like somebody actually fucking in front, and you could smell a pussy.
Yeah.
And you could
They
smell
let
it.
you in at 15?
They didn't give a fuck. They weren't proofing.
That's probably in the 70s, right?
That's the 70s, man. They didn't proof you.
Jesus Christ.
And you'd walk in, and there'd be a fucking janitor, and he'd go into every room, and the door would open, and somebody would walk out. Before he'd go in there, he'd go in and drop the mop, and fucking mop and put it back in with all sperm and shit. And then you go in there, and you had to be careful what you touched. And they'd have sex in front of you. I think I did it twice, guys. You know, just being young and stupid. But then there was times I was in the city, and I'd just go in there just to see what was going on. I went and banged one out, sat there and sweated out in that hot fucking trailer until I figured out there was air conditioning. I sat in there like a fucking victim in one of those, like Adam Sandler in the box. I didn't even know there was air conditioning. This was my first anything.
You just like me.
And the trailer was the size of this.
Yeah, you just like
It was the size of this. This was how big, this is how much money they spent back then. This is 15 years ago. I didn't know nothing. Only that day, I'm not going to lie to people. I didn't know nothing. There was no acting class. I knew the Comedy Store, 11:45. If I got there before Paul Mooney, if he was running late, I get 11:45 before. Who was the chick that moved to New York that looked like a man?
What do you mean? Boma Bacon?
No. She would be hysterical. You don't know nothing, Lee. And all of a sudden, they call for you in the trailer. And they fight. You go, yeah, they're ready for you. And you walk down, and they go, all right, you got to stand on your line. Stand on your mark. What mark are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. And they putting bean bags on my feet, and I'm like, what the
They
fuck?
say something like you're getting shot on the jib.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is a jib?
What are you talking about? Okay, action. I said my line. That line I must have said 80 times. When I walked off that set, I go, I'll never work again. That was my movie career down the tube.
We're doing this podcast shit, revealing ourselves, saying things that we shouldn't be saying, but still, like, this is the most freeing thing I've ever done in my career, which is this podcast shit.
I love it.
I love it too, dude. Because we get to be together as a family. I get to see your little fucking Cuban titties sticking out of that white shirt.
You like that? Huh?
Not really, no.
What are you going to do? I
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
be
do
comfortable.
nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing, but your titties are sticking
I
out.
live 2 blocks around the corner. What do we do? Put a tuxedo on and be Gus.
Look at
What
his
are you
little fucking green,
nuts?
little titties there.
Oh, he's fucked
got
up.
good
He's got
ones.
the fucking.
You got little good titties, huh?
He's got what's the guy that killed Tupac?
Biggie?
Yeah, you got Biggie's little white titties.
No. What's his name? That Friday. I mean, I had people in Miami, and I bought blow in Miami that Friday, and then that Thursday I got high. But that Saturday, I was talking to the waitress, and the waitress comes over to me and I go, hey, man, can you get some blow? And she goes, yeah. So I go, how much? 90, whatever. I give her the money. 20 minutes later, the club manager comes in. He goes, hey, man, don't ever ask my waitress for blow again. I mean, she ain't giving it to me already.
Yeah.
He goes, next time, come to me.
That's not where I thought you were going with it.
Yeah.
I go, I didn't know. Nobody fucking sent me the memo. You know, next time I'll go to you.
Yeah.
Okay. That Sunday night, whoever the club owner was, I don't need to mention his name. I do the early show at 7. The fucking show finishes at 8:30. Do you know at 11 o'clock I still wasn't paid? Because he was doing blow in the green room with whoever the fuck, one of the other headliners. And I could even smell the freebasing. Okay? I bought the gram of Coke. I got high. I didn't get high at the club. I didn't hit on any of the waitresses. I got high at my cousin's. Friday, whatever. Saturday, I got high in the hotel. The condo was so bad. The condo didn't even have a shower curtain. I mean, I had to stay with my cousin. The point of the story is I came home, and 3 months later, some headliner comes up to me and goes, hey, man, what'd you do in West Palm Beach? That owner hates you. He says you were doing fucking blow. Okay, the owner was doing blow on Saturday and Sunday fucking night in the green room with the other comic that was at the... Because they had Davey and they had whatever. Doesn't really matter who the fuck it was, but it's amazing how people will say shit, and it depends how we take it. I was very insulted, and I saw him after that. I never talked to him again. Ever since then, things have changed, and now when I see him, he's my best friend, and he wants to talk, and you're doing great. But it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was at the store one night in the very beginning, 97, and I went to the door guy and I asked him for blow. And I gave him $100 and he gave me 6 20s for 100. So I had 6 20s. I think I had an audition the next morning. I was going to do 2 of them. I had 4 of them that I would have given away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do a couple bumps. A comic comes in there. Well-known comic comes in. I just met him, and he goes, "Hey, man, I'm fucking exhausted." I go, "You want a blast?" He goes, "Yeah." I give him 2 blasts, and I go, "Hey, take one of the packages." Do you know a month later, he went to a pitch meeting, and my name came up, and the guy called me a coke fiend?
No.
After I gave
Wait,
him a
wait,
package?
whoa. A famous guy?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not gonna name him.
No.
Are you friends with this famous
He
guy now?
apologized since then because I
Later?
hit him up.
You
Yeah.
did?
Yeah, he hit him.
I would have fucking killed him.
Years later, I
I
told
would
him.
have
He asked me
fucking-
what happened.
When it comes to industry, dude,
Oh, my God. He
somebody
should've-
fucks you with industry,
Dog,
dude.
he had tears in his eyes.
He did
had-
that?
Oh, he had.
I
looked
was
at
gonna kill him for you just now.
because I was really mad when I was telling him. Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over.